attorney.
Okay, welcome back. That is working cool. Let's continue. Let's hope this picks up where we last left off and it didn't bug out. Yeah. Let's take one on Mikuji. Employment. Involving Earth. Lucky. School. Read aloud for a bit of luck. Illness on the road to recovery. Sure. I was a bit sick recently too, so yeah, sure. Kind of fits. Very good luck. Oh my. No money though. Okay, okay. We take those. I think we're getting very close to the ending. I'm not sure how close, but I think we're like less than 10 videos away. Maybe even like 5. I'm not exactly sure. I know it still says like 84% there, but I think there's a lot of stuff in Eclipse. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, okay. I gaze at the pleasant blue sky. Yeah. Any thoughts regarding Bazette and well, her backstory and taking a break after a meal to enjoy some tea out on the veranda is a particularly special reward. Sure. Yeah, I enjoy that. It is the very ordinary nature that makes such everyday happiness the best. Yeah, okay.
それで調べてみたら該当するサーバントとマスターがいたわ。
Buzzet and Lancer
聖杯戦争が開始してから4日目で脱落したのはアインツベルンの
yeah. Yeah, I guess not Buzzet and Lancer, but Buzzet and Berserker. Yeah. Berserker? Avenger. On the fourth day of the Holy Grail War, the ones to drop out were the Einsburns.
そこボケっとしない
Okay, okay.
せっかく調べてきてあげたんだからちゃんと報告を聞きなさい
How do you... Like, we are currently on the 9th day. How the fuck did you check out that on the 4th day? The ones to drop out were the Einsburns. Hello? Or are we talking about the original game? Surely I don't need to remember the order of people dropping out in the original game, right? Right? Oh no. Shiro was not locked in. I am momentarily confused. Yeah, this conversation kind of came out of nowhere. I look down to find Tosaka sitting beside me. Aww.
トサカじゃないわよまさかあんた今の話全部聞き流したって言うんじゃないでしょうね
Whoops. Shiro doing his absolute best to not take in the plot and get to the finale. Damn. A sarcasm-free, direct-to-the-point question that is very uncharacteristic of Tosaka. Well, I don't know. The Tosaka heir is infuriated to the point of forgetting her own family's always elegant motto. I mean, yeah, but I think she's been like this around you since forever, right? But yeah, sure. Also, weird line. Why are we calling Tosaka her Tosaka heir? Like, is it just me or is Shiro acting like giga weird the last, I don't know, entirety of the 6th chapter, this Angramainu part?
そもそもなんでここにトサカがいるんだ
I'm worried that she might have just teleported here or something. Damn. I truly don't have any memory of Tosaka coming out here and sitting down next to me. Like, hello, my dude? Are you? Shiro is selectively just ignoring some parts of reality. I guess that would be I'm not sure if that's actually what's going on, but it certainly feels that way. Like, he's acting offbeat and not realizing Rin was right next to him and asking stupid questions he should know about, but like even if that's not what's actually going on, like in a very literal sense, it I feel like there could be like we can draw some lines, parallels in regards to the whole fake reality thing that's kinda below the surface here.
何？もしかして私が帰ってきたことも分かってないの？
バカ言うな。そこまでボケてないぞ。
Give me some credit here.
多分、遠坂が隣に座って羽を伸ばし始めたのに気づかなくて、話しかけられてもこれまた気づかなかっただけだ。
Just didn't realize. Okay.
それ、十分ボケてるけど。
Now, whether this is just a quirk of Shiro's or it's actually something plot relevant remains to be seen, but you know, this scene did start by itself, so...
仕方ないわね。変な夢っていうか、エミヤくんはまだ4日間に苛まれてるんでしょ。疲れてるってことで見逃してあげるわ。
Sure, let me just go along with what Rin says. I'm willing to let this go as you being tired this time, but if this keeps happening, I'm telling you something is going on with Shiro and in a plot sense. But sure, for now, let's go with him being tired.
ああ、重ねてすまん。自分でも今のはちょっと怖い。それと、なんだ。別に寝ぼけてるわけじゃないから、そう覗き込まないでくれ。
そうよね。ちょい近すぎた。
Osaka leaps to her feet. Aw, a little embarrassed by being so close to Shiro. We love that. Until a moment ago, she was incredibly close to simply pushing me down. Wow, okay.
じゃあ、もう一回だけ説明するわね。あなたの言う4日間が何なのかってことだけど。
Okay.
それが何者かが聖杯にかけた願いだって過程を採用するとする。
Yes?
この何者かが何なのかを知る手がかりは、やっぱり4日間の縛りだと思うのよ。
Lies in the nature of this 4-day boundary. Okay.
はじめ、聖杯にも限界があって、4日間しか再現できないものかとも思ったんだけど、それなら1日を永遠に繰り返せばいいわけでしょ？聖杯の力を節約するなんて意図はないと思うの。
Ooh, yeah, okay, good point. Yeah, I never even considered like the Grail's power being insufficient, but yeah, good point about why not just repeat 1 day, why repeat 4 days? Is there something that needs to happen? Like, we need to have the one who wished for this to happen. Either there needs to be something happening on the 1st day and 4th day, and that's why we need to go through all those days, or there is something that needs to or wants to be achieved during during this time, and it takes usually about 4 days. Maybe it is defeating all the masters and servants, and that just simply can't be done in 1 day. I don't know. I just thought of a funny reason, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. No, it's just Fate Stay Night has a Fate route, Unlimited Blade Works route, Heavensfield route. That's 1, 2, and 3, and this is a sequel game, this would be a quote-unquote 4th route. So 4 days, obviously. No, that's not gonna be it. But that would be funny. I really don't have any idea. Like I'm trying to think, like, could heavens, feel, magic, sorcery have anything to do with this? No. Yeah, I guess my best bet is it takes longer than 1 day to defeat all the masters, and that's why we're having the 4-day period instead of 1. Because if it was just to get to the 11th day, why not start from the 11th day? There's definitely a reason why we're not just starting on one specific day. Well, maybe not. We'll see.
だよな。聖杯は持ち主。召喚者の願いを叶えるだけのものだ。そこに自分の魔力をセーブしようなんて考えはない。
Yeah. I mean, what we already know is that, in big air quotations, no. What we think we know is the wish is to keep fighting the Holy Grail War. But even in that case, why would that not be limited to just 1 day? Why would that be 4 days? So there could or should be even a reason for it lasting more than 1 day. That's why I'm going along with the idea of wanting to defeat all the servants and masters, and that taking more than 1 day. But we'll see.
そう。だから4日間でセーブしている理由は他にある。
Yeah. Because I was just thinking that is there a reason, like, they need to how do I word this? Like, if they needed, if it's not like directly about like physical time, like like if they needed to defeat all the masters and servants, surely with enough time, enough prep, enough repetitions, they would be able to do it. Like, given infinite time, they would be able to optimize their goal and lessen the time it takes to complete that. So even if it originally took 4 days, I'm sure with infinite attempts at it, you could optimize it to take only 1 day, and that way you wouldn't need the other 3 days, the full 4 days. So I'm not exactly sure on my idea of it being just defeat all the servants and masters. I really can't think of a reason why specifically 4 days. Am I getting too stuck on something? Should I be, like, taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture? I mean, I think I am looking at the bigger picture. What process needs 4 days and can't be shortened? I really don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. It feels bad, but I don't have any better guesses, so I guess I'll leave it to the game to reveal it later. Or right now, maybe.
聖杯の契約者は何らかの理由で4日間しか聖杯戦争を再現できないのよ。
Oh, we're going that route. Can only reproduce. So maybe they wanted to reproduce more days, but only were able to do 4. Okay, that's an angle. Yeah. That's thinking outside the box. Like maybe they wanted an infinite day lasting Holy Grail war to continue fighting. That would match. But for some reason, due to limitations, they were only able to do 4. Sure. Why 4 though?
で、ここで重要なのは開始でも再開でもない再現ってことね。
Mm-hmm.
エミヤ君、この意味わかる？
Yeah, so if it is a like reproduction of Stay Night of the 5th Holy Grail War, that is that does have implications. That would imply hoping that things would play out, the events would play out the same. But yeah, because if events would play the same, that would mean that all participants must be present, which means if some people died, they should come back alive, aka what I think we saw with Caster and Kuzuki, right? I don't want to think about that, that's so sad. But the real question is, where the fuck is Kirei? Why is he not here? Why is everyone else here but Kirei?
そりゃなんとなく。そいつは一度聖杯戦争を体験していて、そいつを再現してるってことだよな。
Yeah, I mean the big four culprits are Shiro, Kirei, Bazette, and Avenger. I guess we could throw either of Caster or Kuzuki there because of what we recently experienced, but I'm not sure. And as an underdog, hidden someone, Sakura. Yeah, and Shinji is also, yeah, Shinji is also here. He shouldn't be here because we know he dies in all of the routes, right? Does he die in Fate Route? Yeah. In Fate Route, he gets splattered by Berserker after he goes to fight on the rooftop. In UBW, he gets mutilated by Gilgamesh and becomes a part of the Grail thing, whatever. But does he survive that? I don't remember. And in Heaven's Feel, he gets promptly disposed of by Sakura.
よくできました。そこにさえ気づけば、あとは自明の理よ。
But yeah, another person who is missing is Zouken, Mato Grandpa. They've experienced the Holy Grail War and are now reproducing it. Well, is that necessarily the case? I mean, obviously, if the characters are saying it, I'm more likely to believe it, because why wouldn't I believe the characters? They're clearly explaining stuff here. Which, if the people have experienced the Holy Grail War, the last one, then obviously it would most likely exclude Bazette and Avenger. But I don't know. I really don't know if you need to have experienced the last battle, you know? Or last Holy Grail War. Couldn't the Grail just do it automatically based on other people's memories?
4日間しか再現できないのは聖杯の力が足りないからじゃない。
Oh, wait. Wait, did it click for me? Wait. They have experienced the Holy Grail War and are now reproducing it. But the reason it is only 4 days is because they were only part of the Holy Grail War for 4 days. Wait. I think it's, oh yeah, it's all coming together now. Wait, fuck, that means I would need to remember what happened. Wait. Disregarding... Well, can I disregard Heaven's Field route? I don't think I can. They mentioned Einsburns earlier, right? Where was it? Oh, this is way before. Where was it? No. Hello? Well, here's the line. I don't think its intention was to try and conserve the Grail's power, yeah. There must be some other reason they're saving the 4 days like this, yeah. The one contracted to the Grail can only reproduce the first 4 days of the Holy Grail War, because they only experienced the first 4 days. That would track. That does make logical sense to me. Obviously, whatever logic we want to use, the Holy Grail is like supposedly omnipotent, so like you could throw all the logic you want at it, but you know, magic is magic and it makes the impossible possible, so you don't necessarily need to have experienced the full Holy Grail War in order to fully reproduce it, but I think we should take the assumption here that you need to have experienced it, and if they have only experienced the first 4 days, that would mean they can only reproduce the first 4 days. Where the fuck is the... Yeah, this is previous stuff. Yeah, okay. Did I actually miss... Where's the Einsburn line? There. So I've looked it up and there were, in fact, a master and a servant that matched, yeah? On the 4th day of the Holy Grail War, the ones to drop out were the Einsburns.
聖杯戦争が開始してから4日目で脱落したのはアインツベルンの
Einsburn no. Einsburns something. Well, I mean, obviously it could be followed by master and servant, but okay. Obviously this line now, with the context of what I'm thinking, would heavily imply that this is Ilya's wish, or Berserker's wish, or by some way or another, Liz and Sella's wish. It could be old man... What's his name? Yucht? One we saw in Phase Zero. But one curious idea, because we saw this at the end of Heaven's Feel, is the Heaven's Feel magic and the spiritual cloth. Was that dawned on by Ilya, or was that actually like Iris Veil descending? Because what if it's actually Iris Veil's wish? No. Okay, but I think we're cracking the code. I don't know. I want to say this is I connected the dots, but I don't know. I don't know. What really... Let me think about this a bit more. Why would... assuming like the most logical sense would be Ilya. Why would Ilya want to do over? Why? If this was Ilias doing an Ilias wish, what would she gain? They said that supposedly just to continue fighting is the reason. But I don't think that would be the case for Ilya. Would it? No? I mean, it has been a long-standing wish of the Ironsburns to win the Holy Grail War, and they've never really done it. Blah 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 blah. So in that sense, yeah. I really don't know. Okay, I guess Ilya shot right to the top of the suspect list. Okay, let's see if Rin actually does a big, like, name drop reveal here. Like, it was heavily implied by her earlier comment, but yeah. It's a self-evident truth once you realize it. The fact that only 4 days are being repeated isn't because there isn't enough power from the Holy Grail. Okay, please tell me, please say something that proves me I've been thinking way off the grid and just wasted like 15 minutes thinking about nonsense.
そいつは4日間しか聖杯戦争を体験できなかった。
God damn it. I can't see a reason for Ilya to do this other than the family ordered it. So maybe it's not Ilya. Like, what if it's Berserker? What if it's Heracles? I mean, to be fair, Heracles, Berserker, they've always been a curious case because they are mad, but at some point they had a little bit of clarity, but at the same time they've like been giga loyal to Ilya and always overprotective of her. And at the same time, it's like come on, it's Heracles, it's Hercules, it's the guy, it's him, he is him. So he's a bit of a special boy. Huh. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's I don't know, one of the maids. Imagine it being Kiritsugu, because Kiritsugu is part of the Ironsburns technically, even though he has his own last name. But yeah, it could all be a bait. It could all be a bait, and it's Castor and Kuzuki. Still.
4日目で脱落したから、そいつにとってその先の聖杯戦争は再現できないのよ。
Yeah, let's not go this route. I don't like this. I mean, I love this. It's a great reveal, and it's a like great, like, it makes me think so much and gets me so excited and hyped, and I'm like over here salivating about over the details, but like, Ilya, no.
そいつってのは4日目で脱落したマスターってことか。
Please be a rock pull.
けどそんなやついなかったぞ。
Okay.
私たちの聖杯戦争にはね。
Not in our Holy Grail War. Okay. I'm trying to think, because I don't really... Because Ilya survived in... Well, no, actually. Yeah, because in Stay Night, Ilya survived until the... in Fate route, Ilya survived until the very end, because she was held at the Ryudo Temple. And in Heaven's Field, she was technically at the last place as well. But in UBW, oh my god, that was a horrifying route. Fucking Berserker impaled and Ilya's eyes slit and left to die there. That might have been actually the 4th day.
で、以前の聖杯戦争の記録を調べてみたら、 ちょうど
Oh.
4日目で退場したマスターがいて、
Oh. Wait, are we going back to previous Holy Grail wars? Okay. Well, obviously in the fourth Holy Grail war, Kiritsugu. Well, oh, wait. Did Iris Field die on the fourth day? Wait. Wait. No, maybe not. The one that was referenced either in this in Stay Night or somewhere was I think the third Holy Grail war, right? I don't know much about the third Holy Grail war, but I think we saw like a flashback to the cave at some point during Stay Night.
以前の聖杯戦争なんて関係ないだろう。再現してるのは俺たちの聖杯戦争なんだから。
Yeah, but the way we would have connection is through Irisville, Iliasville, because, you know, Irie has kind of been there within Ilias memories and...
そう思うでしょ？
Yeah?
けどちょっと違うのよ。あくまで例え話なんだけど、あなたの言う4日間は白紙の脚本で、私たちは役者なんだと思う。
We are the actors. Wait a minute. the training camp with us doing the play. Blank script and we are the actors, huh? Also, don't tell me if I go back right now and check the play, the story in the play took place in 4 days or something. Surely not.
この脚本は白紙だから、役者たちは好き勝手アドリブできるんだけど、たとえ白紙でも4日間という上演時間だけは決まってるから。
Oh, okay. Oh. What's up, Rin? Also, since we're going so heavily into this, I don't think it's... I don't think it's gonna be like a red herring or anything. We're just... This is it. This is it. Tosaka jumps backwards. Oh no. Let me guess. Ilya?
トサカ？
結界が反応しかけてる。
Oh shit.
シロ、一緒に来て。
Oh shit.
外に良くないお客さんよ。
Oh shit. Oh shit. Bazette? Avenger? Archer? No, Archer would not trigger it. Gilgamesh? Karen?
本当だ。小さいけど警報が鳴ってる。鳴る前によく気づいたな、トサカ。
The actual assassin? She's likely set up a similar barrier around herself as well. Ever since leaving London, Tosaka's power has been steadily rising. What an ominous prospect. Curious. Oh, we're here. Basically where the prologue of Stay Night ends. Right on Tosaka's heels, I head outside. Please give me Saber holding someone down with her sword. Probably not. Yeah. Without turning to face me, Tosaka gestures behind her back for me to stay on the alert and cover her. Sure. Okay. Sudden combat, but we have much more chill music, so probably not. I reply with a nod and ready myself for a battle. Facing Tosaka now is... Hello there. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh no. A woman I've never seen before. In the flesh, that is. I Bazette. One glove on, one glove off.
こんにちは。こんないい天気に何のご用かしら。 魔術協会の魔術師さん？
Oh shit, she's about to fire off a Fragrak out of nowhere. Fragrak? Fragarach? I still don't know how to pronounce that.
それはこちらのセリフです。ここはエミヤ切り継ぐしの屋敷と聞きましたが、なぜあなたが出てくるのです？
エミヤ切り継ぐ、huh?
確か、彼には養子がいるということですが。
And you just... Yeah, Kiritsugu was a master in the previous war. Let me just go murder his adopted child. Right? No. Obviously she has info on us.
エミヤ君に用ですか？彼はあなたたち教会にはまだ関わりはないはずです。伝言があるのでしたら、私が代理として受けたまわりますけど。
Kosaka's grinning, but there's a firm rejection written all over her face. In reply, wait, sorry that I'm interrupting this whole scene. Let me just go a bit back to this whole previous Holy Grail War. Wait, what if this is all a bait? I know I said that it's not a bait, but what if it's a bait in terms that it's not actually the Einsburn Masters? What if it's like in a previous Holy Grail War? Because I'm still stuck on this chapter title and Bezet and Avenger, so like, what if in a previous Holy Grail War, the Einsburn summoned Avenger? Like, he hasn't said anything about that, so I don't have any reason to believe that. But what if that's the case? Like, how crazy would that be? I really like that idea. Oh my god. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, let's focus on the current scary encounter. Yeah, firm rejection written all over her face. In reply,
今、あなたと戦う気はありません。
Oh shit. Huh.
いたずらに警戒されては私も反応してしまう。ここでは人目もある。魔術刻印を止めなさい。
Silence that magic crest of yours. The woman casually pushes back. I mean, yeah, she is a bit of a stickler for the rules of the association, so yeah, don't fight in public places, only do it at night. It seems like Tosaka had activated the crest on her left arm. Yeah, the fact that Rin has her left arm is still curious. No, wait. What am I thinking? The fact that Shiro doesn't have archers. No, wait. Yeah, I guess that doesn't matter. Yeah, because in Heaven's Feel, after he did the whole thing, his body was kind of reconstructed by Aosaki. Yeah. Never mind. Having her potential insurance against a surprise attack seen through so quickly makes her grow even more agitated. Damn. But Tosaka should have already realized how meaningless it is. The woman standing before us isn't looking for a fight, nor does it seem like she's planning on a surprise attack. Okay, what's up, Bazet? That's because her power as a magus is easily 3 times the level of Tosaka's. Damn. Holy. And it was already said that Rin has not only been growing her power steadily, but also it was already in Steinheit mentioned that she's like insanely top-notch. If this woman made up her mind to fight us, she wouldn't even need the surprise attack to overpower us completely. I wonder how she compares to someone like Ilya. Obviously, if Bazet gets close, there's a good chance she just insta-wins, but yeah, Ilya is like a living magic Pressed seal something.
わかりました。今日は視察だけということでいいのですね。
Mm-hmm.
ええ、マスターとして戦いに来たのではありませんから。
Okay.
しかし、不用心なのは感心できませんね。日中だからとセイバーを連れていないとは。
Well.
セイバーを連れていない？
Osaka's voice sounds a touch perplexed. Oh, does she think that Saber is Prince?
そうか。お互い生きているということは、まだ出会っていないのか。
Huh.
話は簡潔に済ませた方がいいということですね。
Oh, her line here was based on some previous encounter where yeah, okay. Both of us are still alive, which means we haven't met each other. What is this line supposed to mean? What do you mean? We meet each other when we're dead? Hello? That throws a wrench in my ideas regarding this whole situation. Surely we're not like Walking Dead. Surely we're not like undead people who die and then continue. Let's not even go there. Let's ignore this line. I can't make heads or tails of this monologue of hers. I mean, neither. I mean, I can, but I don't want to because that would imply things. The woman's gaze is fixed on Tosaka. Huh. Ooh, blurry. Their conversation doesn't match up. It doesn't. Yeah, that has been the theme for the past while. Just seems people are on different wavelengths. Which makes my head hurt because it makes me think that we are experiencing different realities. Which is not good for my sanity and poor little brain trying to keep up. All it will take is a mention of the date, servants, or even the woman calling Tosaka by name. Neither Tosaka nor the woman seem to notice the chasm that will make itself known the moment one of them misses a step. Aha. A balancing act. Act, huh? Well, no. Different word. Yeah. A balancing act precarious enough to send shivers down my spine. Like, this dialogue, once again from Shiro. Like, previously Shiro wasn't able to keep up with the conversation, and now he's like, he seems way in tune with this whole thing. Obviously, it's probably because of his previous memories and him being a, you know, observer here instead of trying to communicate. But sometimes Shiro just puzzles me so much. This is a miracle on the level of walking across a bottomless pit on a tightrope. Never want to experience that. I look on wordlessly and he blurs out even more. He zones out even more. I don't know how many times now Tosaka's told me not to interfere should a magus from the association come. Yeah. As I survey the woman standing before me, I feel dazed. You sure do. Or more accurately, astonished. Just because of her presence and power level, or our previous memories being stirred, or ooh, the one who wasn't there, who shouldn't have existed at all, the Eight Master.
おかしな話ですね。今になってエミやキリツグの遺産を鑑定しに来たのですか？彼は教会には属さないフリーランスの魔術師のはずですが。
the fact that we're talking about Kiritsugu and not focusing on Shiro at all, and the fact that we brought up the idea of an 8 Magus, what if, because initially the idea, at least in my head, was that Kirei took the place of the 7th Magus, who was supposed to be Bazette. But what if that's not the case and Shiro was never supposed to be a master? Because it's obviously it was very happenstance. Well, no, it was fate, but Is there a link? Could there be a link between Bazette and Kiritsugu? No, I don't think. Well, heretic hunters, you know, there's that always, but
エミヤ氏の遺産をどうするかは私の管轄ではありません。私は前回の聖杯戦争の勝者である彼に興味があるだけです。
Okay, so she, that makes me more at ease. So she does know about Shiro, yeah. As I presumed she should know, yeah.
それはあなたとて同じでしょ。この町に眠る聖杯を得るため、こうしてエミヤ邸に訪れているのですから。
In order to obtain the Holy Grail slumbering in this town, you have come to the Emiya residence like this. What do you mean by that line? What do you mean? That heavily implies that the Holy Grail slumbering in the town can be found at the Emiya residence? No. It's Fujine. It always has been Fujine. No. Well, obviously we know that Ilia used to be kind of a vessel for the Holy Grail, and you know, she kind of frequents this place. Tosaka's doubts turn into confidence. I'm just gonna let the game cook. The misaligned gears have shifted back into place, and this disjointed conversation has finally started to make sense. Has it? I mean, sure.
ちょっと待って、聖杯って教会は何を勘違いしてるの？
What's this misunderstanding the association has about the Grail? Yeah, because in the 4th Grail War, the Greater Grail was destroyed, but the smaller Grail remained, right? That's how it was. And according to Stay Night, I think we should have gotten rid of the Grail man. Well, no, but this is a reproduction, so what is this comment, Rin? I don't understand you. My poor brain.
聖杯戦争は終わったのよ。今回の儀式が大失敗して、聖杯を召喚する礎そのものがなくなった。
Right. The cornerstone used for its summoning was destroyed. Yeah.
冬季の聖杯戦争は第5次で終わったでしょ？
Yeah, but again, reproduction, it's things have kind of been restarted, rewound, whatever. A magnificent sense of balance. And yet, she's slipped up. Wait, if the previous talk about, because, you know, the Holy Grail War has been restarted, or, yeah, and they mentioned the previous Holy Grail War, if it is referring to the 4th one, and not the 3rd, 2nd, or 1st one, well, the most time the Holy Grail of the 4th Grail War, the most time it spent, it was in this mansion because Irisville was just chilling here. Right? A magnificent sense of balance, and yet she's slipped up. Of course, the tightrope walking cannot continue on forever, yeah? It's an obvious fact, and yet this woman still came all the way here. Why? If it's not to fight, and it's not to simply communicate, it's then to search for the Holy Grail, and yeah, that scares me.
確認するわ。
Okay.
あなた、第5次聖杯戦争がもう終わったと言った？
Right, so she doesn't have any knowledge regarding that, which is still a big mystery. Huh. I feel a chill. If she were to nod, a fist fight would occur the very next instant. Sure game. And yet, despite the tremendous blood loss emanating from the woman, Kosaka goes ahead and nods right in front of her. Okay.
ええ、この町にはもう奇跡は呼び出されない。
In a traditional sense, but you know, things are weird, yeah?
第5次聖杯戦争は、聖堂教会が派遣した監督役、琴峰綺麗の違法によって幕を下ろした。
Okay, that's how it supposedly went down, yeah, sure.
あなたたちだけでなく、教会側も彼の死をもってこの土地から手を引いたわ。
Curious. Yet Karen is here. Yet Bazet is here. Oh my god.
琴峰、綺麗。
My god, that's a sprite and a half. Yeah, you have a bit of a history with the boy. Something falls. Though the woman was ready to use her strength to push away even the fact of the Holy Grail War being over, which she shouldn't, but sure. At the sound of that single name, she lets the mask of steel fall away. Yeah, we've never seen Bazet like this, like, holy. Also, what in the Lelouch pose is this? Oh shit.
琴峰が死んだ。
ええ、半年前に死んでいる。彼は第5次聖杯戦争の勝者であるエミヤ四郎に倒されたわ。
Supposedly? Osaka's eyes shift towards me.
エミヤ四郎。
Don't.
そんなマスターは知らない。
Oh shit.
今回の聖杯戦争に勝者がいるなんてそんな。
Oh shit. No. Okay, we're not doing something like Shiro never existed to begin with. No game, don't. Emi Eshiro, I have never heard of a master by that name. Well, obviously she wasn't part of the 5th Holy Grail War that happened in Stay Night, but so that could be the only reason. But I hope I'm not reading. I kind of hope I am reading into it too much, but I hope I am not reading it into too much at the same time. Is what if Stay Night was fake? What if Stay Night was fake? It just fabrication, didn't exist, does not exist. Goodbye game. And the real 5th Holy Grail War is what we are experiencing right now. And Emiyashiro should not exist. Because he was never part of the original timeline, which is this current game. What if that's the case? You know? What if someone made Emiyashiro just pop into existence? Right? Surely that's not where we're going. Okay, no. I'm not putting any weight on that thought. I'm not putting any weight on that line of thought. That's cooking way too far. That's a burnt dish. Yeah, explain. Yeah, let's just say that she has never heard of Emiya Shiro because she didn't participate. There's no way. There's no way I will recognize one, says the burning hatred in the woman's eyes. Yeah, a victor. There's no way she will admit that it's over and there was a winner. Several seconds pass. Osaka takes a step two forward, protecting me. Yeah?
ねえ、さっきから気になっていたんだけど、聞いていいかしら?
Please ask some question that helps resolve any of my questions.
あなた、その片腕どうしたの?
Right, why do you have only one glove? Well, I guess that would imply that she has used Fragrack. She asks a very odd question. Or did I just not miss and her other arm was something way different? Also, I don't... surely there's no way that this could be the case, but I see a very funny idea. It doesn't exactly match up, but you know Bazette's hair color, this line about arm, just made me think of this, but you know how Bazette's hair color is, well, it's kind of wine colored, but its broad color could be purple, but it could also be said that it's red. You know who else has a red hair? Fucking Shiro. What happened to that arm of yours? You know who else had something happen to their arm? Fucking Shiro. Oh, this game is making me think in 6th dimension details. Ugh. Yeah. Surely there's no way that Bazette and Shiro are the same being. No. I'm cooking way too far. I am cooking fucking air. She asks a very odd question. Yeah, I don't see any oddities in regards to her, like, actual arms, but, you know. Two surprised voices make themselves heard, as though suddenly remembering something. The woman reaches out her right hand to her left arm, and everything comes falling down. Also, have we ever seen a command spell on Bazette? Also, don't touch your left arm. It's the same arm that Shiro lost, or, you know, replaced with archers. I had no time to call out to her. The woman flees at full speed, running as though she'd just seen a ghost. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, don't you dare leave me hanging like that. What? Reaches out her right hand to her left arm. Yeah? So, what I'm imagining is her touching her, you know, close to her elbow, where Rin would also have her thingy crest. Although, if you'd asked me, I'd say it was Tosaka and I who were visited by one. Yeah, again, this ghost line of thinking. Like, previously at the church, Bazette seemed like a ghost of a woman. Also, where the fuck is Avenger?
魔術協会も人材不足ね。末端の管理ができていないのかしら。
We're just gonna fucking brush it off and bring back the music. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. She's just gone. Hello? Either she has no desire to chase after the woman, or she doesn't dare try. After saying a line that sounds like she read it from a script, don't do this to me, game. Tosaka turns around to face me. We brought up scripts and plays, and actors don't get all fuck me.
ま、今のでしばらくは寄りつかないでしょう。
Looks like she won't come back anytime soon. Yes, she was very rattled. Not only did your conversation not line up at all, she was hella spooked by Kirei's death. Like, huh? And then that last part was like, what do you mean?
なんか精神的に不安定なやつだったけど、実力は本物よ。私たちだけで戦ったら返り討ちにされてたし、勝手に帰ってくれてラッキーだったわ。
She wasn't the most mentally stable person I've ever met, which is giga weird because so far we've built Bazette as the most mentally tough person. She's just locked in, on the job, always ready to go. Well, maybe Kuzuki more, but you know. Powers were the real deal. Okay. Could have beaten both of us with one hand tied behind her back, and we reference hands when she was just, you know, something was going on with her left hand or left arm. What the fuck is going on? What is going on in this game?
で、エミヤくん、今の人を知ってる？私は初めて見る顔だったけど。
Like, I don't want to entertain my idea of Shiro and Bazette connection, but what the fuck?
いや、俺も初めて見る顔だった。
そう。けど、ものの見事に無視されたわね。
Yeah, he sure did, as if he didn't exist at all. I'm not, like, I know I've been throwing out a lot of weird and wild theories. I'm not gonna, like, grab onto them and start thinking that those ideas are the most concrete or conclusive or the closest to the truth. I'm just throwing them out there and I'm keeping them in the back of my mind, but we're still proceeding with the previous knowledge and previous ideas before this whole fucking scene. But I'm starting to doubt myself a lot. I thought I was figuring it out, but holy shit.
凄腕の魔術師だったけど、エミヤくんが魔術師だってことは気づかなかったみたい。
いや、今のは無視っていうより、初めから目に入っていなかった感じだった。
Almost as if you were a ghost. So she's one of those types who thinks that the vast difference, Shiro nods, that the vast difference in our level of ability makes me unworthy of her consideration. Suddenly, my training feels very inadequate.
なら大変ね。彼女、きっとあなたの敵よ。
It sure does seem that way.
なんとかしたかったら、セイバーの手を借りなさい。
And so, Osaka directs a backward glance at me, her brightness of a moment ago vanishing.
何が言いたいのかわからないんだが。
Hmm.
もし戦うなら、セイバーと2人で行けって
I should make sure Saber is part of it. Yeah.
そう。それでも無理ならランさんに相談しなさい。あいつだったら彼女の手の内は知ってるでしょうし。
Why do you say that? Why do you know there is a connection between... Hello, Rin? I was ready to cool down from this, but now you throw out the word Lancer. He should know what we're dealing with when it comes to her. Huh? This encounter, yeah. My words exactly. This fucking encounter. Oh my god. A conversation spanning only a few minutes was enough for Tosaka to grasp the workings of the whole situation. I wish she would explain and tell me, because I'm hella confused, but am I supposed to figure it out on my own from all of this? But that is all, is it? She isn't about to suggest a way out of it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Rin. Thanks.
先に戻ってるわ。この件に関して私はもう不干渉だから。
What?
解決したいのならあなただけで解決して。
What do you mean you're not going to get involved any further? Why? Hello, didn't you come back because we asked for your help? Huh? Saying so coldly over her shoulder, Osaka heads back indoors.
いい女だな、あいつ。
Okay, Shiro. That's my kind of a woman. Those words just slipped out for some reason. Like, maybe it's not like Shiro is Bezet, but maybe it's like, you shouldn't exist because I know Avenger. He looks like you. You look like Avenger. You're not Shiro. You're Avenger. Or maybe it's that side of connection. Let's still not put too much weight on that idea, but this line here, this is exactly what Avenger would say. This doesn't mean that Tosaga's abandoning me. Just the opposite. It feels like she's done all she can to give me a chance. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. This game is the... Oh, cool. Big bridge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, after identity crisis problems, let's go talk to probably Archer on the big bridge. Our alter ego. Save and title. We're not playing that right now. We're done. This is it. That was just 0.4. That wasn't any at all. Because this was already, well, no, maybe, I don't know. Start, yeah, there. Copy. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Shiro is Bazet is Avenger. The culprit is Shiro, is Ilya, is Irisville, is Avenger, is Kirei. Where the fuck are you? Karen, what are you doing here? Why does Shiro exist? The culprit is obviously Ilya or Berserker Hercules. Yep. It all makes sense. No one exists because the dead are supposed to be dead, but they are here. We're just witnessing an illusion because this is false reality, but in actuality Fate's Day Night was false reality, and this is the real game. Shiro never existed. Kiritsugu is the real culprit behind it all. Yeah, this all makes sense to me. Yeah, in case someone took that me as confirming my ideas. No, I was just yapping bullshit. What the fuck are we doing in this game? What do you mean, previous Holy Grail War? What do you mean the culprit is someone who never witnessed, or the one who made the wish is someone who never witnessed past the 4th day? You brought up Einsburns, but then you started yapping about previous Holy Grail Wars. Cool. Very cool game. I know I'm like sighing a lot and I'm like seem exasperated, but like I'm loving this. I'm loving this to the umpteenth degree. It's so good. It's frying my brain in the best way possible. This plot, like I think I knew going in that this was some kind of Groundhog Day situation, but it's so much more. There's so much meat on this plot, and even if none of the ideas I brought up in this video end up coming through, it doesn't take away at all from my enjoyment. If it is simply as simple as well, it's not simple in the slightest, but if it is the first truth, or what we were initially thinking, that Bazette somehow restarted this, and or Avenger, and they just want to keep fighting, and that's it, and the way to end it is to defeat them or something, that's cool too, because that was a whole reveal on its own. I'm still so stuck on, even though I didn't bring it up in this video, I'm still so stuck on the, well, not prologue, but you know, the first Bazette scene, about Edelfelds. Like, what do you mean Rin and Sakura and Edelfelds, and why did they have different dresses, and what is going on there? That surely has to tie to this all somehow. And we got the actual Edelfeld on the phone that one time, but then she hasn't come back at all, or been even mentioned, or anything. Like, hello, game? Okay. What if the real culprit is, I don't know, Third Holy Grail War? There was a master in that called Edelfeld, and yeah, that's it. They're the one causing this. Yep. It all makes sense. I don't know. The magic wand ruby is the real culprit. So much pointless, not pointless, but thoughtless finger pointing from my end. You're the culprit. You're the culprit. You're the culprit. I don't know. Yeah. I think we should end it here. Yeah. Okay. Patreon early access up to 2 weeks. Links down in the description. Cool. See ya.